he came up here, and he was one of three that tried to put the fire out. Eric, the stuntman for Paul Walker, and one of their drivers, knew one of Paul Walker's best friends and closest friends that he grew up with. He came up here with a fire extinguisher. They tried to get the fire out. He tried to get Paul Walker out of the car. One of the sheriffs there got to the scene, pulled him away, and put him in the car because he was, he was scared. He was panicking. He was crying. He was trying to get Paul out of the car, and his heart was going out because he was watching his best friend burn to death, and he was doing everything he could, and he wanted to die as well. Well, I'm glad that he didn't, but now we're here to talk about it, and that's why I'm here, because there's too many rumors about them drag racing another car. Those rumors, I'm here to put to rest. They were not drag racing any other car. They were the only car here, the only car that got in the accident. Yes, there was a car that after the car was on fire, these two guys had no idea who was in this car because it happened within a split second. So for them to make an accusation that they knew who it was, they're full of it. Because even the police department, when they got here, had no clue who was in this car until I explained to them who the driver was at that time who left, and who the passenger was in the car when they left at that time. Could they have switched? Could they have switched seats? Sure, they could have. They had 20 minutes to do so. Was it Paul behind the wheel of the car? We won't know until the investigators do their DNA and they conduct their investigation and come up with a story. Hopefully they'll have a story. There's buildings with cameras around here. I'm sure they're going to look into that and look in the cameras. And I keep hearing this. These guys were great people. Roger and Paul were both professional race car drivers. This car was not as fast as the race cars that they drive. So they did know how to handle this car. Speculation is they were giving little kids joyrides in that car all day. That is not true. Nobody went for any joyrides that day. They were winding the event down. They took the car for a drive. They were going to come back, take the other car for a drive, close everything up, and everybody was going to go home. And unfortunately, this happened.
And when you see the last before, I know
Paul Walker, you can see in the picture, he's all ecstatic, going for a ride in this car. It was his car. It was Paul Roger's car. A&E bought the car. I'm sure they bought it together, and you can see the smile on his face. He was all excited, because the toy drive was a success for him, and he was all excited about that. Somebody just came and dropped off 2 van loads of toys before they left. So the toy drive was a success. JIMTORP.
我在猜。